Hello guys, make sure that no matter what you do today, that you guys are better today than yesterday. We have a topic today which is how you can become stronger. How can you become stronger, guys? It's about life skills. It's about what can you do today to improve your life? What can you do today to make sure that your life is better than yesterday? Now, when you become better than yesterday, you have to make sure that you are increasing your skills in daily life in any means necessary. So when you go to the shops, you have to figure out what you have to eat, and you have to eat better than before. You can never be eating McDonald's all your life. You can never be eating or doing anything all your life the same way as you did yesterday. So what you can be doing is finding better ways to solve your problems. So how do you do that? You ask more questions. You're a person who needs to ask more questions. You need to be more open-minded, and you need to realize that no matter what, you are somebody important in your life. Now, when you increase your worthiness, you also become stronger as a person who has more confidence, a person who has more courage will always see that you have a stronger ability to do everything. So you need more courage, you need more confidence in order to expand, and you need to live below your means in terms of your financial aspects so that you can have more time freedom. Now, when you have more time freedom, what's going to happen is you're going to create more financial freedom in your life. So when you create more financial freedom in your life, you'll see that no matter what, there's always a better way for you to make multi-billions of dollars and more. Now, when you have more time, you also have to have the health. So you have to have the health, you have to have the money, you have to have the confidence, you have the courage, and you also have to make sure you communicate better, because this is all the key to you becoming stronger. Now, when you become stronger in life, you have to see something in your life has to work. So what are you going to do today to make sure that your life works? So in your life, you have to realize something important has to happen for you to make sure that you're better. And you have to make sure that you make that happen. You have to make sure that no matter what, that you keep the audience attention focused on them. So when you are speaking on them, you're really speaking for yourself. So no matter what, you have to realize that you put yourself in the moment of brilliance in terms of your life, and you make sure that you always are public speaking, you're going around the world, you're doing something important for yourself only. So when you're doing this, you're helping to teach people, you're helping to actually show people how to live a better life, because it's about you and living for yourself, so that you can see how exactly are you going to do this and what are you going to do today to make yourself much better than yesterday. Because today is your only day to make sure that you prosper and become more abundant, so you may as well live a better life. Now, when you live a better life, you'll see something in terms of how can you succeed? What can you do today to make sure that your life is better today than yesterday? So what are some skills that you can use today to make sure that you become better? So for example, no matter what you do, you have to speak about yourself also, and you have to realize that it's just about you and the crowd. So when you're putting yourself in action, you have to realize that you can also speak in terms of I and your experience also. So when you're lifting yourself, you have to make sure that you're empowering yourself, and you have to make sure no matter what, that you always teach skills that you've learned on the day to someone, and you only teach it for yourself, but you teach it how on the camera for yourself. So for example, with you doing videos, with you doing anything in your life, you have to realize to become stronger, you need to do videos. You need to do something of confidence, you have to do something of courage, you have to do something that's going to brand yourself, and you need to go promote yourself more and more so you become famous, and so that you can live your life much greater than your peers and much greater than people around you. So you have to realize now, no matter what, you can project your heart at people, you can project anything at people, and you can also make sure you use your mindset, you can use your full body, and you can use your empowerment, and you can lift your emotions also. So no matter what, now you can just relax and you can just grow with your empowered feelings. So what you do is, you realize when you're in nature, when you're in life, you have to realize to start journaling, you have to do something according to how you're going to get forward. And the only way you can get forward is you make sure that you make more videos, you make sure that you make something in your life that's going to actually help you. So when you're looking into other people's lives, you have to see what's going to help them. What are you going to help do for them in terms of your life? Now, when you're doing something for them, you're only doing it for yourself. And you have to realize to never do anything for anybody, but you just do it for yourself. So what can you do for yourself to make sure that you teach other people on camera what you can do? So what you can do is you teach skills based on what you've already learned, and you can also express it in a different manner, and that's how you grow. You grow through video, you grow through audio, you grow through writing. You make sure no matter what, you're always looking for a better way of thinking, you're always using your mind, you're using everything about you to make sure that you deliver your message and so that you can become better than yesterday, because you need to become better than yesterday, and you need to take this seriously. You have to take becoming better than yesterday seriously, because when you're better than yesterday, you're a person who is going to live a long life. You're a person who is actually going to show the benefits, you're going to show the reasons, you're going to show people what you can do, you're going to show people something incredible in terms of how you can live your life. Now, when you live your life, you need to show people what exactly is in your mindset at that time. You need to speak it out in terms of you in action. So when you're speaking on camera, you'll see that the audience can see what you're saying, but you need to see that your audience will never see the deep meaning behind what you say, but then you have to expose that as well. So the more you expose in your life, the more you expose yourself in this term, you can also see how you become more famous. So you need to just keep creating content. You have to keep making sure that you're somebody in life and that you call yourself somebody and that you actually have a business. You have to start a business, you have to have a passion. You have to do your passion for free, and you have to realize to do it for yourself first. You do it for yourself, you get really great at it, and you get really excellent at it, you get better than excellent at it, and then you start to sell it and you start to actually charge for it, and then guess what? Then you start getting more content on Instagram and social media, and then what you do is you expand forward and you make sure no matter what, you have an online storage where you're uploading all your content so that your content is never filled up in your phone, because then you have to organize it and then you have to also make sure that you upload it anyway. So what you do is you, every single day you have content, you may have 500 photos, you may have 50 videos. You have to upload it on that day before you go to bed, and that way you can always stay ahead of your content inside your phone, and that way you're always organized. So no matter what, you have to be able to push yourself when you are, for example, looking at life. What are you going to do? The best thing you can do is get yourself on video camera and you can start teaching something. For example, when you have something incredible to do, what you can do, you can use your phone and you can make sure to flip it to your angle so you can see yourself. You say something, then you flip it in the other angle to show what you're showing, and you speak in commentary kind of way, and then you show it back on yourself and you say, now that's how you do it. And you can also make sure to make your video sizes inside of your life to make them in your life shorter. So what do you mean? So no matter what, you have to see that in your life you have to make 1 gigabyte of video into a 50 megabyte file so that you can upload faster in terms of your life. So when you see what I'm saying right here is you have to realize that there are better ways to manage your time. And instead of you uploading 1 hour into your online storage all your videos, you can upload them in 10 minutes. And all you have to do is you reduce the file size of your video. So instead of you uploading at 1080 HD, you can upload it at 360p, and you can do much better with an extra 3 hours of your time every day. So it will make a big difference for your life. And then what you do, when you make more money, you can get a cameraman to do that all for you. And you can get that person to upload in 1080 HD, and you can do much better that way. But when you're starting out in your business, you have to realize that you need to upload more content. And when you're doing 1 hour videos, you realize that a 1 hour video is at least 1 mega. You see that 1 gigabyte is at least 7 gigabytes of information. So you need to drop that down. So when you drop it down to 360p, you may drop it down to 600 megabytes instead of 7 gigabytes. So in terms of time length, you save yourself, for every hour you create, you'll save yourself an hour in terms of your video knowledge. So that's something you can also write down in terms of your time management and your capital investments. And no matter what, you can see always you're learning on video, and you're learning what in your day can you show the audience today that you can prosper and become more abundant. So no matter what, you can see to talk from your experience, but you just make sure you teach something on camera. So no matter what, you can now see that when you get up in life, you need to be able to push yourself. You need to be able to be a person who inspires. You need to be a person who is an inspiration in your life first, and other people will call you an inspiration. So no matter what, you can see where I am at the moment. At the moment, you can see this tree over here. You can see all of this, and what this is you may be hearing some sounds from the birds over here, and you can see that they are bats. And you can see I have flying foxes over here everywhere. And no matter what, guys, you can see where I am. I brought my down. You can see that no matter what, I never bring myself down, but I'm sitting on a mat currently inside a beautiful nature park, and I'm enjoying my life. Why is that? Because you can enjoy your life as well, and you need to see that no matter what, you can sit anywhere and do your videos. So you can see over here, that's the library of Cairns, and here I am in the park doing my video. So you can see that I'm dedicated, and you need to be dedicated as well. So in terms of your aspects of life, you need to show people in terms of your aspects, what are you really doing now, so you can actually teach it much better. But when you actually teach it in the you factor, you are doing it much better, and you can also make sure to include your I inside your videos. Now, no matter what, there is no wrong or right in your life. You have to realize that when you believe that you're right, you are actually wrong. When you believe that you're wrong, you're actually right. So what do? You make sure that you're never wrong and you're never right about anything, and that you see that those people who are right-minded in your life, you can see that they are dying, and that those people who are wrong-minded in your life, you can see they are dying. But those people who are actually the 1% of your life, for example, those people who are better than yesterday are people who just stay in the middle line, and that's what you need to do. You have to stay in that middle line. You have to see what is. So when you see what is, you'll be seeing something. For example, you may be seeing somebody speak to another person, and you just say that's what is for yourself. So in that manner, you can see how you're living life. So you live life based on how can you expand and how can you find the words to say so that you can actually improve your life and so that you can improve the people around you. But you find that the more you do speak, the more you can speak. And speaking is a way of life, and you have to realize that your way of life must be speaking even more. So the more you speak, you have to see somehow you have to speak more for yourself. So how can you do that? You can do it through the journal, you can do it through audio, you can do it through video. So what I do on a daily basis is I make sure to create more videos, and I make sure to journal. And you can see that I also expose some of my podcasts, and I do them in a different fashion also, because you need to make some variety in your life. You need to actually make podcasts, you need to do everything, but you need to do it all in one program. And then once you do that, then you can call it your university. So when you call it your university, you can see no matter what that you have a better life that way, and you just make sure no matter what that your camera and everything as you're recording your videos is never falling off or falling down in terms of your life. You make sure you're never falling down, you make sure you're always in life, and you make sure you're never falling in some type of way. You make sure your camera's never falling when you're recording your videos. So you have to get your words much better than yesterday, and you never have to be correct, but you have to be correcting in yourself to make sure that you're self-disciplined, that you have self-awareness, and that you find the words to say all the time, and then you make sure you're always giving some type of idea that you can help people with. Because your aspect of life must be, how can you live your life much better than yesterday? How can you do better today? And your only way of doing something is what can you do today to improve your life? Now when you do that, you're asking yourself a question. When you ask yourself a question, you'll see how you can rotate your speech forward. When you're rotating your speech forward, you'll find out you're giving a bit of knowledge here and there, and you're making sure to help people grab an idea from you. So you may be speaking to 10,000 people or more in front of a seminar, and what you do is you speak on a range of subjects, and you give something for everything. You understand? You give something for everything. And no matter what, you have to realize you always give something for nothing. You never give nothing for something. Now, when you see people giving nothing for something, you will see people who are gaining money and then doing nothing. You have to do something to gain some money. So what do? You start off with compassion. You start off with teaching. You start off with how to do something. So you can create a video today, and you could say, this is how you build your business. This is how you do this. This is how you do this. This is how you clean. This is how you do this. And then you build a big business around it. And then you call it your university, and you post it in your online storage. And then you put a landing page on it, and you subscribe people for $7 or more. And you make sure no matter what, you subscribe people based on what you charge. And no matter what, you can see from that point on that over the long term, you'll be someone. So over the next 50 years, once you start creating content inside one of your storages and you upload on a daily basis all your content, you must see that eventually you'll do something even more for the world by having your online storage. And then what you can do, you can press one link, you can give it to someone, and you can help change somebody's life based on your videos. So you need to create information products. And when you create information products, you'll find out that information products are a commodity. So when you create information, your information is more important than gold. Your information is more important than silver, because when you teach somebody some skills, you actually teach something far more greater than gold and silver, because when you teach skills, you can actually gain more gold and silver. But when you teach how to get gold, and when you go get gold, you have to build the skills necessary to go and get the gold. So what you do is you help people build their skills in terms of all areas of life, so that they can go out and so that you see that they can become more spiritual on the inside, and that way you can see that they'll create more money in the future. So you have to live a spiritual life. You have to realize your life is now, your life is this time, and when you always see your life in a better basis, you can see how can you speak better to live your life. So what I do on a daily basis is I grow myself. I make sure no matter what, I'm always positive, I'm always better than yesterday. And you must be able to do the same, because sometimes your life has to progress. And the way you progress is moving forward. You progress through your own words. You micromanage your own words, and you choose words based on what you say. And that's how you speak in front of videos, you speak in front of crowds that way, you speak based on whatever you do. And you speak word by word. And once you speak word by word, you can always find your next word, and you can always find what to say. And when you say something, make sure you become positive about it. Make sure that you go deeply inside your words, and that you're never intimidated by what's going on around you, but that you're making sure that you're better than yesterday. You're making sure that something in your life is working, and you're always wording your aspects of life in a different way, because you need to actually be different in life. You have to change your approach daily, and you can see no matter what, you can see my vein right now. So no matter what, you can see something amazing in life, but you have to show some humor. You have to show something amazing about yourself, so that people can grab your attention. Now when people grab your attention, you'll see no matter what, something's happening, and you need to see no matter what that when you're confused about life, you actually say what you're confused about, and you can say that no matter what, that you're living your life and that you're better than yesterday, and something in your life must happen for you to improve. So all you do in life is you see that when you are worried about something, that you just never expose it, but that you just keep on talking about something that's actually happening in your life, and you see something that's actually happening and you expose it more and more, and that way people are going to help you in terms of where you are in life. But you have to expose your goals more and more, and when you do that, you'll find something in your life can really make you even better when you are doing better. So when you're doing better, you'll find something in your life that's actually going to work for you, because most people in your life right now may have a job they hate, so you need to find something that you love in terms of your life experience. What are you good at, and where have you had the most experience in terms of learning and making sure that you grow, because you have to see that your life is right now. So what are you going to do right here today to make sure that you live in the moment, because it's about you living in the moment. You need to live in the moment, and you need to see that I live in the moment. You need to see that no matter what, I'm a sober person. You need to see that I'm a vegan. So when you hear me saying for you to live in the moment, you can see that I'm living in the moment, because I brought it into your awareness. Now what I bring into your awareness, I live it. So you can see that I'm integrity, and whatever I'm saying right now for you is no matter what you do, you always do it for yourself. So guess what? I'm always doing it for me. So you can see now exactly how to improve yourself. So when you're finding the words to say about something, you have to realize to never mix up your words, but to be positive about what you say and to be actually really self-aware about your words so that you can actually find the better way to say things. And so you can find the better words to say and you can find everything better. And that way you always find something to do. You find something to say and you find something to do in your life. So find something in your life that can help you today in terms of your life experience and put the you in action. Now, what is your you? Your you is something that you can actually use in your daily communication, and you can see that I've been doing it in this whole video because I relate to you all the time. So when you see that, you can also use it in your advantage and you can use it in your communication styles. So when you use it, you'll be a more positive leader. You always have something to say and you always have an idea to say, because when you put the you in action, you're always putting the gaps in the mind stream and you'll find something better to say and you're actually getting more confident and you're teaching a newer style and in a newer direction, something about your life. Now, how do you do 1 hour videos? How do you speak for 8 hours? Well, you put the you in action and you take breaks and you make sure to say to people, hey, you have to let me take a pause so that I can do this. And then you say, thank you very much, and this is how you go about it. And once you go about it, you just start to speak again. So no matter what, you never get worried about anything in life. You make sure that you're healthy and vibrant, and that way you'll never be worried. When you're healthy, you're never worried. So what you do is you increase your health, and that way you have the wealth. But those people who are worried, you can see they have no health. So no matter what, you never fall victim to those people, and you never live with those people who are unhealthy. So no matter what, you may have a dad in your life, you may have a mother, you may have somebody in your life who is very unhealthy, and you have to stay away from those people because they will rub a pretty poor attitude on you to be unhealthy. So make sure you're never eating what your dad and mum cooks for you. Make sure you're never eating what anybody cooks for you, but that you eat solely based on what you need to eat. So how do you do that? Well, you study nutrition and you also start to cook for yourself, and you start to read labels from the back of your canned food for yourself, and you start to read labels in the supermarket and you start to learn nutrition as I did. So when you go in the university of a food court, anywhere you go, you make it your university as I did. And then you start to learn and then you start to lose weight on your own. Otherwise you have to give somebody money for the same type of information, and you can do it for free. All you have to do is dedicate yourself to learning. And you can see that no matter what, I've actually learned in terms of 42 months about nutrition, and I'm still learning today about everything. And you can see today I'm teaching it and I'm living my life better than yesterday. So that's what you need to do. So when you say, who am I can teach you how to be better than yesterday. I can teach you how to increase your time by 32 years and more. I can help you to overcome your drug addiction. I can help you build a business. I can help you do everything in life because I'm a life coach. So no matter what, you have to see that I'm famous right now. So you just have to wait for that, and you have to see that you'll see me famous. And no matter what, your life is already better. Your life is something that you make in terms of your communication style. What are you going to do? How are you going to live it? What are you doing today to improve your life? And how are you going to move your hand gestures also to speak? So no matter what, you have to realize, just enjoy your life and see what can you do today to improve your life. And you always have to ask that question. You have to ask that question the moment you wake up, and the moment you wake up, you have to get to business. So if you're somebody who has no business once you wake up and you have to go to a 9-to-5 job to make that your business, then guess what? You're in jeopardy. And you have to realize to never put yourself in jeopardy, and make sure that you find a way throughout your life that is out of your 9-to-5 job to find something better to do, because the 9-to-5 job will never get you the lifestyle. When you work in a 9-to-5, you may be working for $25 an hour, you may be working for $60 an hour. And guess what? You can gain $1 million a day and more, and you can do that by working on yourself. You put health first and you create a side business for yourself. So my side business is life coaching, and it's actually my full-time business now. My full-time business is life coaching. So what I do is I travel the world now, and I just teach what I do. And you need to teach what you do, but you need to teach why you do it also. You need to explain for people, no matter what, that your why is always being better than yesterday. You're always thinking about one goal, and your goal is be better than yesterday. You need to think less, but you need to actually realize that you think better. You think better, and that way you can think, but you think better. You have better words, you have better physique, you have better emotional health, you have better longevity, you have better health, you have better finances, you have better relationships, you have better everything in life, you have better friendships, and you have to realize that more is better than less. So always increase your net worth, always increase the person you are, always see how can you see to something in terms of your life, how can you really see what to say. But you have to go in deeply with your words, and you have to realize that you just speak along with your words. So when you speak along with your words, you'll see that your words lead to another word. And you use one word from your sentence to create a bigger sentence. And then once you have a bigger lifestyle, then you can see how you actually word your sentences. So when you word your sentences, you can see always to repeat them and to make sure no matter what, that you explain it in a different way for people so that you can see exactly what you're doing on a daily basis to make sure that your life is improving, and so you can see exactly what you're doing in terms of your life, because habits are your most important trait right now. And what you need to realize is you need to improve your habits. You need to improve your habits all the time. I have to improve my habits. You have to improve your habits. Everybody in the world, you have to see, has to improve their habits. So no matter what, you just talk about you. You never talk about everybody. You understand? So when you're talking about everybody, you are actually in it for them. So you never talk about everybody. You talk about yourself and who you're teaching. And when you talk about who you're teaching, you remember that you're just in it for yourself. That you just have to realize to teach someone, because that's what you have to do to get financially free. That's what you have to do to actually become someone. And you're doing it for yourself. You're never doing it for them. You're never doing it for everybody. You're doing it for you. And when you do that, you just realize who your true friends are, that your only true friend in life is you and those who inspire you. Those people who inspire you will always be your true friend, because they'll give you some ideas, they'll give you something in terms of your life. But your truest friend in life, you have to put yourself first, and you have to realize that no matter what, you may have mentors who teach you so much. You may have me who teaches you so much in terms of ideas, but you have to realize right now to put yourself first. I need you to put yourself first, because I put myself first already. So realize, no matter what, you have people in terms of calendars. You may have, for example, you first, and then you can have your mentors, and then you can have your mom and dad and your family, and then you can see who's most important in your life. You must be the most important in your life. And then you can be your wife, then you can be your husband, then you can be your kids, and you can be your mentors. But no matter what, you have to do that yourself. So for me right now, I'm the most important in my life. And then no matter what, my mentors have helped me in terms of my lifestyle also, and then my dad, and then my mum, and then no matter what, you guys can see my chain of thoughts and how I relate to my life. So no matter what, you see that my mentors have helped me more than my father and my mother. Do you understand? Because you have to see that my mentors lifted me in terms of ideas to get to this stage. And you can see that my mentors have more ability and more smarts than my mum and dad ever did. Do you understand? So no matter what, yes, thank you mum and dad for helping me grow up. You did an amazing job as much as you could, but you can never get me to that $1 million mark. And you can see that my mentors can. That's why you see that I put my mentors second, because you need people who are going to lift you even more into the position of status, so you can increase your spirituality, so you can become a better person. Now, no matter what, you can see no matter what, that my mentors never degraded me. That's why you see them in number 2 in my life. You see my mentors as number 2 in my life, because you can see that my mentors never degraded me. And that's why I respect my mentors. I respect myself the most, and you need to respect yourself the most. So in terms of your life, you need to have mentors, you need to have people who are going to realize who you are, and they laugh with you and never at you. Those who laugh at you are never your friends. Those people who are jealous of you, about your success, it means you have to go elsewhere. So no matter what, the more successful you get, the more people are jealous of you. So you just have to realize you need to keep moving on, and you need to live alone in your life. Now, when you live alone, eventually someone will come in your life. And when somebody comes in your life, you have to realize that your words must relate in every single way. So you realize that when somebody comes in your life, make sure that you lift them, make sure that you speak with them, and make sure that you put the you in action. The you in action is important. What can you do today to improve your life? What can you do today to make sure that no matter what, your life is improving? So when you're projecting your heart at people, you make sure that no matter what, you can do it, and you can say, hey, here I am projecting my heart at you, because now I have to feel more confidence about myself in terms of my life, so that I can help you live a greater life, and so that I can show you exactly what you need to do. So no matter what, I'm doing already an excellent job. you can see me, and you can see that I just need an extra push right now with my heart. So no matter what, you can see now what you need to do. So what you do is you teach people on a daily basis what to do, and you make sure you speak your heart out also. You make sure you become stronger in your mentality and who you are, and you say, hey, you have a heart. You understand? You have a heart, and you need to bury your heart all the time. So how do you bury your heart? You never let it get poisoned. You never put toxic in it. You never put cigarettes in it. You put the healthiest substances in the world, and you call that for food. You call that food. And you never eat food for food, you eat food for yourself. So when you're living life, you have to see, no matter what happens, that you always get confident about where you are in life, and that you use the you in action, because the you is really going to help you move forward. And you can project your heart at people all you need to, but whenever you are using your you can use the you more often, and you can see that your heart is saying you can do it. So what you do is you realize, I may have been scared in the past, but you see that I'm better than yesterday. You see I'm giving my best right now to help teach you everything that I can in this video. So what you do is, when you are in the long term, you can cut decades of knowledge into 1 hour. You can realize that's your key in life. Now, no matter what, you can see to create something of caliber. When you see Deadmau5 the artist, you'll see his albums. When you see me, you have my albums. When you see, for example, somebody who is a music star, or you see somebody who does something, you'll see always they have an album about something, and you have an album about yourself also. And you need to create your album, your life, and you need to make sure that your album is your passion. So what is your passion? How are you going to live your life, and what are you going to do in your daily life to make sure that you're succeeding, and that you're always in a better mindset, and that you always realize that you just speak based on your words, and that you're never going elsewhere for the information. So you realize, no matter what, as you're teaching on video, you realize that you're teaching for yourself, and you're teaching for a greater life. So when you're relating words together, you just realize to relate your words together so that you can see what exactly can you say. So you can also use the Gaya Mudra, and you can also be moving your hand movements this way as you're speaking, because it's going to help balance your mind, and it's going to help you feel much better about who you are. But you can also realize that when you empower your emotions, when you're lifting your emotions up, you can also find a way to say something. And you have to be natural about it, and you have to grow from it. You have to see that you can grow, and that you realize that you're growing right now because you're empowering your emotions, and that's what you need to do. When you empower your emotions, you're just lifting your emotions in the air. You're lifting your vibe up. And when you lift your vibe up, you can see it. You can see the vibe I have. You can see I'm lifting my vibe. So when you're lifting your vibe, you have to put your positive affirmations in, and you have to put your affirmations in about your life that's going to be a better way for you. And you have to realize, just keep lifting yourself up, keep lifting your people up, keep lifting everything about your world up. And you have to stand for that. You have to stand for the person you are. You have to realize your time is now, and what are you going to do today to improve your life? So your life has to be something in terms of your life, so that you can get more forward. And you have to realize that you have to keep repeating your information so you can find more words to say. So when you find more words to say, you'll find something incredible in terms of your life and what you can talk about. So when you're talking about something, that's the aspect of your life that must be improved. You must be able to talk about something all the time, and you must be able to produce it for other people more and more. When you produce it more and more for other people, you'll find the words to say. You'll find something to say. And you can use your smarts. You can go to your mindset, and you can see what you could say. You can say, this is how you live life. This is what you do. This is how you actually live your life in integrity. You can see something even more incredible this way. You can see now you're living life better. You can see that your mindset is in work, and you can see now exactly what you need to succeed. You can get out your cup, and you can start drinking on camera, and you can say, hey, I need you to give me just 1 second so I can have some water. So no matter what, guys, when you're drinking water, you need to pause, and you need to excuse yourself from what you're saying, just so that you can refresh your mouth, and so that you can refresh the person you are. And you realize, guys, that you'll be much happier when you're putting the you in action, and you push yourself to make videos. You push yourself to do everything. Nobody's going to push you except for you. So you have to realize now is your best time to do something about your life. And when you're doing something about your life, listen to yourself the most. Listen to the person you are and find the words to say through your mindset and through your heart and through your whole body and through your whole soul, so that you can actually see what exactly can you say to improve people's lives. So when you're improving people's lives, you'll find the words to say in a flash beat when you're in your mindset and when you're in your full body. But when you're in your mindset's working faster. So you have to realize that no matter what, when you're lifting up your emotions, you are based on emotional EQ, and that's important for you to realize that no matter what, your whole body is an emotional EQ. You have to realize that no matter what, your body is important also, and you have to also feed it the best information on the planet so that you can have a long life, so you can do something incredible, and so that you can find something incredible to say. So when you do speak emotion, you can speak from the heart, you can speak from any type of language you need, but you just make sure to push your words out there, and you can do that in any type of way. You can do it for a journal, you can do it for audio, you can do it for video, and that's how you become stronger. And that's how you do everything in life. So when you become stronger, you're going to be a person who is far greater than other people. You can see strongness in people who are more successful, and you can see to be more successful now. So no matter what, you need to become stronger. So when you become stronger, you are more successful, you're more confident, you're more everything in life. So realize now that you have to be somebody. You have to be somebody more. What are you going to do today to improve your life? And you need to actually see now that no matter what, you're more confident in your mindset. And guess what? You use now all your body so that you can actually lift yourself in all ways. So no matter what, you need to realize that your body is also important. So you lift yourself in all ways. And now you see you can move on and you can do everything in your life to improve your life. And you can do much better than that. And you can see now it's your life. What are you going to do? How are you going to live life? And now you see this is your life, this is how you do it, and this is what you need to do. Now what are you doing? You're doing this moment. You're doing this moment right now. You need to see now is your time to improve. What are you going to do? You have to take action. You have to take action. You have to take action based on what you heard. Based on what you heard, based on what you heard. You need to realize when you pick up an idea, you need to apply it in your life. You need to be taking notes on this video so that you can actually repeat it for yourself and so you can actually live it. So what are you living? You're living based on anything that you have improved yourself upon, and you need to realize to take more action in terms of your discipline. You need to be more disciplined in life. You need to realize that discipline is your key to success. How are you going to succeed in life? How are you going to do everything? And you need to stay in course of action. You need to see that your life is better now than it was yesterday. So you use anything you can and any power that you have in terms of your mindset to grow your mindset now. So when you're growing your mindset, you're actually seeing, no matter what, that you can see something in your life. You can see what are you doing in your life to succeed, and you use your mindset to grow yourself while you're speaking with the audience, and that way you can actually see what you are saying. So when you're saying what you're saying, you have to realize that you need to be a leader, and you need to be someone who is going to lead people. So when you're leading people, you have to micromanage them. You have to do everything about them. So when you're doing them, you have to realize it's about yourself. So when you're doing yourself, you have to realize when you're leading people, you're leading yourself the most. I'm not your guru. I'm not coaching you anything. I'm giving you ideas, and you have to walk the way. You have to do it yourself. So that's the whole point of your life. Your life is somebody. You need to be a somebody in life. You need to do something incredible. You need to find an idea, and you need to apply it. You need to discipline yourself about it. And when you hear it, you have to take action, and you have to see that once you take action upon an idea, you've listened. So that's your motto, and that's what you need to do. You need to realize, hey, you're doing a video in a park and you're having a beautiful time. You have flying foxes everywhere, and you have to see me as I'm saying this because you can see where I am. And you need to do the same. You need to be somebody who just gets in the park and you do a video for yourself and you do a video for other people, and then you coach people based on your video, and then you upload it right away into your online storage, so it never has to be in your phone. Because say you did have my Samsung A20 Galaxy, you would see that once you create 1 hour on a Samsung A20 Galaxy, it will take 7 gigabytes of your information. So what you do is you download a application, and you download UCut application for your video software, and then what you do is you take it down a notch, and you make sure no matter what, you're always lifting yourself, but that you're uploading your content online in 360p at the moment. And then what you do is you get someone else, you get a video cameraman, and you delegate your work, and you make sure they upload all your content.
That way, you'll never lose your content. That way, you always have something incredible to do. And make sure you're always doing it yourself. You're doing it yourself as much as you can, but make sure you have help. Make sure you're helping yourself and your community around you. Make sure you're looking for better ways to say something, and that no matter what, you're always one step ahead of people in terms of communication, because you need to be always a step ahead. You need to be 10x ahead. You need to be more than 20x. You have to be 100x ahead. You have to be 100 times ahead in your steps in front of people, because that's how you innovate. You need to be a world leader. You have to be someone who is far greater than the rest of you. You understand? And that's how you live life. You live life based on something greater than you said, and that way you can always see that when you compare words, you're comparing in a better way. So no matter what, that way you're always seeing what words can you say, and you can see how you're wording the words, and you can see what else to do. Now you never lose motivation. You really make sure to just keep growing, but you can also lift up your emotions, so you can speak that way too. So when you're doing that, you can realize here you are now, you're finding the words to say, and you're now in a better spot either way. So as long as you're creating content, you can feed information, you can feed ideas that you gain in the moment, and you realize when you're traveling the world, when you're traveling, you're broadening your mind now. When you broaden your mind, now you're actually coaching. Now you're actually life coaching. So no matter what, you need to broaden your aspect when you're speaking in front of people, because that's how you're going to handle everything. But when you're speaking about just your words, you're actually very compact. So you need to speak more in broad terms, and you need to see that when you're broadening your life, around, you become more natural, you become more of an authentic person. So when you realize you're learning on camera what to say, oh shit. You can see I have a spider on me, and sorry about that for you, so that you can see, you can be sorry. You can always be sorry, you can always say sorry. But you can see I had a spider on my leg. You can see how amazing that is. You can see I was scared, but you need to be scared, because otherwise you get poisoned and then you die. And you can see it was a small spider, but no matter what, you never know in life. And you can see, no matter what, guys, just enjoy life and make sure you're aware of the world around you, because no matter what happens, you need to see your life as a better way. And you just have to watch out for those spiders, because once you see one, you just have to fucking kill it. You kill it before it kills you. You understand? And that's how you live life, guys. That's how you see life. You see life in a broad term. Now, when you're looking at life in a broad term, you're actually much more somebody. You see now, your emotions are lifting, you're finding the words to say, and you do it easily. Because now you're more broad. You're never compact about the exact wording you say, and you're never worrying about the words you say. You're just more in broad terms now. So when you're thinking broad, you're thinking hostels, you're thinking planes, you're thinking sun, you're thinking the future. You're thinking, hey, what's going on over here? So you realize, no matter what happens, you may have got bitten, but no matter what, you just see that you live your life and you see something incredible now, that no matter what happens, your life must be better than yesterday. So you may have to go and see what's going on over here. So you can see over here now that I had a bit of worry, temptation to go to the hospital, but you have to realize that would be such a screw over for you in terms of your life. Imagine you got killed by a spider while you're doing a video. So you never really think about that, but you never know. And no matter what, guys, make sure you're living your life. Make sure you're somebody in life who can actually help yourself grow, because those people who grow are always going to help you grow. So make sure you become somebody who can actually grow in life. You grow in life so you can succeed. You grow in life so you can become a better person. And you grow in life so you can see what to do now. And you realize, no matter what, you just keep going and you keep realizing that your world must be better than it is yesterday, as we're talking about, so that's what it's all about. You can see that it's about we, it's about us. How are you going to improve? What are we going to make so that we can better our life? And how are we going to say that no matter what happens, your life is better than yesterday? So when you're talking in front of people, you have to see now, no matter what, that you realize that something is going on, and that you see that you communicate your words. So no matter what, you have to see what's going on over here. You can see I got worried. I'm not worried now. Now, you can see, for example, in your life, you speak in broad terms, and you realize no matter what happens, you're always better than yesterday. You're always lifting yourself, and you never get scared of a spider. You never get scared of a spider. But no matter what, you never know what happened. And your life is always something incredible in terms of your life. What are you going to do to improve your life? How are you going to broaden your aspects of life? Because broadening your life now is something different, and you have to learn how to do that. So you do that more and more, because that's what a life coach does. And that's how you speak in front of a crowd, that's how you speak in front of everything, speak in broad terms about life. Life is everything, so you need to speak everything. And you need to think about everything. At the same time, you have to give ideas based on your surroundings and what you say in a moment and what ideas you get in a moment, because it's about being conscious of your thoughts. When you're conscious about your thoughts, you'll find out something really incredible is going to happen, and you realize no matter what, you can always find something to do, and you can lift yourself up from it, and you can see no matter what that you live a greater life based on who you are. So when you're speaking about life, you'll find out that life is on your side when you are more positive about everything that's happening, and that when you live a life better worth, when you live a better worth lifestyle, you'll find something incredible in your life will happen when you have more. So you always seek to have more in life. You always seek, what is your life about? What are you going to see to do in terms of your life experience? But you just grow from every video, and you see that every video will lead you somewhere in terms of life. So the more videos you do, the more you can do. And you just realize the more you talk, the more you can talk. So you put your videos inside your online storage, you make it only in one place, and then you sell it, and you also make sure you charge people so that people can give you money. But guess what? No matter what, you never expect anything from people, but you make sure no matter what that you gain some money for your work, and no matter what that you never go broke, because no matter what, you never teach people to gain some money. All you teach people is to be better than yesterday. So in terms of gaining money, you've gained the money in the health. You've gained the money in terms of who you are. You've gained the money in the aspect of life. But in terms of you working for free, you work for yourself, you work for free, and people will just give you money naturally. So you never have to worry about taking people's money. You just give first and you will receive, and that's how it works for yourself and then for everyone. So you see now that it's only about yourself, and that you never mention everybody. So, because when you mention everybody, you start to lose confidence. So you have to realize now that no matter what, you're learning throughout the video about how I learn, and you can see now, no matter what, that when you learn from me, that I'll give you some ideas on the spot. So when you're learning from me, I'm also learning from what I say. And you can see that we're both learning together. So I find a strategy for myself to learn every single time I do a video. I do it in a new angle, I do it in a new fashion, and I make sure no matter what, I'm always improving my life. And no matter what, you can see now, just improve your life, and you never be scared about bugs, you never be scared about spiders, and make sure you never get bitten by a spider at first. So otherwise it'd be a shame that you die doing a video for people so that you can better your life. So no matter what, it's about you anyway. So when you mention the you, you're always finding something else to say. What are you going to say? What are you going to say? What are you going to say? And then you find an idea, and you find nature, and you see in nature, you're looking for surroundings, you're looking for something to say, you're looking for something that people can improve on. And then you ask questions. You ask people questions. Hey, what do you need help with? How are you going to improve? This is how you improve. this is what you do. You actually, based on people's questions, you realize you answer the question in a different way always. And that way you always have work, you always have something to say, you always are doing something new in some aspect for yourself. And then people buy your content, people invest in your content, but no matter what, people never buy your content, people invest in your content. You need to teach people that you must never buy content, you must never buy anything, you only invest. You have to think in terms of an investor. Where are you investing your money? You need to talk investment and capital and financial terms much better. You need to realize that financial freedom also has a lot to do with financial knowledge and financial IQ, because those people who have no money are always people who are broke in terms of the financial aspects. So you need to realize that in your financial aspects you are never broke, and that you always learn more about finance, because finance will help you grow. Finance will help you have more money in the long run. Finance will get you kids. Finance will get you something in your life that's going to help grow you. So when you're more natural in life, you realize that you can grow in terms of your video. You can do something in your video that's going to help you grow. And you can realize something in your life is going to improve when you are growing. And then all you do is you speak out your perspective in every single video, and you grow from it, and that's how you grow as a life coach. That's how you grow, and you do everything on the go, and you realize that's the only way to grow for you. And that's all you have to do, and you just realize now you have to really grow, and you have to dig deep, and you have to use the you in action even more, so you can push yourself to teach. Because you need to teach, you need to see what else can you say, what else can you do, because life is about you. What are you going to do? How are you going to do it? When are you going to do it? Who are you doing it with? Why are you doing it? You have to ask yourself the 5 W's and the H in your life. You have to ask yourself the open-ended questions. What will I do today? How will I eat today? What is on my menu today? What do I have to read to become better? You have to become more productive. You have to do something in your life that's more incredible, so you can see life as a better angle. When you're lifting yourself up, you make sure no matter what you're somebody in your life, but you also see that you never realize that you are worse. So I'm always better than but. You can see no matter what, that you never fall in terms of if, and you never fall in terms of but, and that I'm better than if and but. So that's how you actually realize that no matter what, you need to always better communicate in terms of your words, and you have to lift people when you have something to say. When you're lifting people in terms of what you're saying, you need to see that you give them ideas, and everything that you say is an idea, and you always find something to say, and within what you say, you'll see that somebody will grab an idea from you. So you may have seen something in this video that I gave you an idea in terms of your life, but you really come up with your own ideas. Now, with the ideas I've given you, you have to really take action on them. Or you may have learned something from your own ideas. You may have learned something in terms of, you may have stimulated your mind in terms of an idea that you just came up with, and then you have to go and teach it. You have to go and apply it, and you need to go and live it. And that way, you have to go and do it. When you gain an idea, you have to go and do it, and you have to see, is it the best idea for you to do? And you have to calculate your numbers, and you have to realize if you get better financially in terms of your life, so you can grow, and so you can become stronger, because a strong person will help you grow. So no matter what, you think in terms of life, what's going to help you? That's how you become strong. You become strong based on your topic, which is how to become strong, which is life. So when you are speaking about your life, you have to realize there's always a better way for you to do things. There's always a better way to say something. You need to realize it's in it for you. So what are you today to live your life? How are you going to live your life? What are you doing today to help improve your life? So I ask you those questions so that I can stimulate your mind, so that you can see exactly what you need to succeed. So when you actually see that you have more gaps in the mind stream, you'll see that you have more clarity. You'll see that you're a better person, and you see that you're more aware in what you're saying. But you need to realize that you better your life. You better your life today, and you never worry about the past, and you never worry about the future, but you just become better than yesterday. You never worry about this moment. You just live in the moment. You live in the moment, and you never worry about the past or future, but you use the past information to broaden your life experiences now, and you consciously observe your thoughts. You consciously observe your thoughts now so you can become stronger. you consciously observe every single word that you're saying, and you use everything you can to do a video. You use your whole being, you use everything in your power to do a video, so that you can actually broaden your terms, so you can actually see what exactly you need to do. You look inside while you're doing a video, and you're actually giving yourself skills as you're doing a video. And it's so amazing that you can just do that for yourself, and then you can see, no matter what, you're always giving your perspective, and you're also broadening people's expressions in terms that you are giving value in terms of everything in life. And that way you can see how you're teaching yourself on the go, and you're teaching yourself even more. And you can see that video is one of the fastest ways to teach, and you can just be here sitting down, you can just talk in front of the camera, you can also show yourself. But what I do also is I journal. Anytime that I cannot do a video or better, I make sure no matter what, I can always do a video. But anytime you find yourself that you can never do a video, you start writing a journal, everything. And that's going to help you to continue your business and to push yourself to grow, to plan your life, and you plan it in a journal. So you can also plan your life in a video, but you have to be doing it in front of people. And you have to be doing it in front of a mastermind. So what you do is you, in your own time, you can have yourself a journal, and you can also go online and you can grab people from seminars, and you can do everything in accordance to making sure that people have their eyes on you, because that's how you grab attention. And when you grab attention, you're a stronger person. You're a person who is inspiring, you're a person who's doing something, and you're using your hand gestures to give you some ideas based on what you can say, so that you're always ahead of the crowd, so you're always speaking about something that's going to help your life. So it's going to help you to time, it's going to help you to pause, it's going to help you to say something when the time is best, and it's going to help you to think about ideas that you can give. Now when you think about something, you only think about the moment. You only think about this moment, and your moment right now is the most important moment, and you have to accept it. You have to realize, now's your time to grow. What are you going to do to succeed? And you use everything about you to give a video. When you're giving a public seminar, you give your whole being to people. You understand? When you give your whole being to people, you do it for all people. You never do it to them. So when you're doing it to them, you're putting them in a negative spot. When you're doing it for them, you're doing it in a better way. So you just realize, no matter what, you just uplift in a positive way, but you're never doing it to people, you're doing it for people. You're doing it because you choose to. And you do it because that's who you are. You're just a generous person. So no matter what happens, just realize your life is today. What are you going to do today to succeed? How are you going to do it? And realize today is your best opportunity. Today is your best opportunity to do something better for yourself, so that you can use your mindset, you can use your heart, you can project your heart to people. And you never have to be scared about it. You can show people what you're doing. You can put your hands in front of people. You can show them who you are and how you're going to do it. So you can really teach, so you can really lift your emotions at the same time, and so you can, no matter what, realize to use your words also, and you use your whole being to your advantage to make sure you grow. And you grow intentionally, and you grow something, and you grow everything around you, because that's a person who's a role model. When you need to be something, you be growth. You be growth in life, and you realize every day you must ask yourself, how do I grow today? How do I grow today? How do I be better than yesterday? How do I be better than yesterday? What can I improve in my life to improve my life today that's going to be better than yesterday? What area of my life do I have to improve? And then you write lists down, and you write your planning material down, and you make sure you write where will you go in 2 weeks' time, where are you going 1 year time, where's your goals, you have to write your goals down. You have to realize what are your next set of beliefs and strategies that you can improve. And you need to always write down in a journal. You can do it in video, you can do it everywhere. But you realize that communication is key to your success, so that you can also improve your communication skills, because this is all going to make you stronger. So based on your video today, you need to realize that no matter what, your video here can help you in terms of life, and you need to realize everything you heard today, you need to take action upon it. You need to realize now's your time to take action, now's your time to do something incredible. So you figure it out, you make sure something in your life is going to help you, so that you can really show your expression in the world. Brand your face, make sure that you never eat anything of sugar. Make sure that you are branding something in the world that is more positive than the rest of your friends and family and the world. Make sure you're unique to the person you are. Make sure you're communicating in a different way all the time, and you're never copying and pasting the same words in your videos and in your audios and in your everything. But make sure that when you have to copy a quote that you've done in your journal, you can do it, and no matter what, you can always make more quotes from your journal. So use your journal to your advantage, use your mindset, use your person you are, use your smarts. Be a smart person, never be a stupid person. Do something sober in your life, be sober. You have to be vegan, and make sure that you be real about what you're saying. Make sure you're lifting up people, make sure you're always encouraging people, because that's how you're going to succeed. You succeed by encouraging, you succeed by lifting, and then you'll be lifted. Then you'll see what areas of your life can be improved. Guys, I hope that you've enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys in the next video. And no matter what, enjoy your day, and you need to be inspired today. So make sure that you be inspired and you do something incredible today to improve your life so you can be better than yesterday. Guys, I'll see you guys in the next video.